Hello, this is George Senator, the guy from Pittsburgh, and I'm doing this video to explain what happened last night. First of all, I was very, very angry. My live video cast was trolled once again by someone, supposedly the evil, obsessed person from the evil website that shall not be mentioned. And that person pretended to be a woman who owned a vineyard, and she talked about chateaus, and she lives in Fresno. Well, people in the country, they don't talk about no chateaus. So I got so mad, I deleted the live chat for that one, and Gamer Girl is also probably a troll from the site that shall not be mentioned. So I deleted that chat also. So if you're looking for last night's live chat, it's gone. And one thing this Jagoff did is he sent 6 Week Tenure a bus ticket to come to Fresno, where this person supposedly has a vineyard and wanted him to live in the house and work for her and all this other BS. All lies. And I got angry at 6 Week, thinking he was colluding with the person. Then I determined, I thought about it after I woke up this morning, and some idiot woke me up by yelling from the sidewalk, and somebody banged on my door and then banged on the door above me. So I haven't been awake all morning. For me, what is morning is noon for anybody else. I went to bed late. Freezing in here again. So I wrote 6 Week and several emails saying, you know, these people will do anything to attack me and anybody associated with me, to embarrass me, humiliate me, and humiliate my friends. And they have hacked 6 Week's computer and Area 51 Drone's computer.
What do you want to play?
Computer, stop. So there's stupid Alexa talking on its own. I don't understand that. Anyway, I said, this is probably a phony bus ticket. They probably printed one up, put it in an email, and don't try to cash it in. Don't try to go use it, because you'll go to Greyhound and find out it's phony, or worse, that they bought it on the dark web and it's stolen. Adjusting my electric blanket controls, it doesn't work. Never dry the electric blanket. It doesn't work after that. So I told 6 Week that, and sure enough, he checked it out with Greyhound, and it is a fake bus ticket. But I also told him after October, September, I'm going to be getting everything out of the pawn shop all at once. Everything from when I helped Kathy move 2 years ago. We'll have a car by then. And I said, wait till October, and I will get you here to California. Now, if someone wants to send 6 Weeks some money via his email to PayPal, he has to set up a PayPal account to help him get here, because it's about $200 to get here. It's cheaper to fly than it is to take Greyhound. Greyhound's $150, I think, from Denver to Oakland. And once he gets to Oakland, then I can meet him in Oakland or pick him up by car. He will get out here. We're going to resolve the issues. I have issues with 6 Week because of the behavior of his wife, who may have existed, but we're going to talk about that. So, once again, the evil website, I started to say the name, and the evil obsessed one who just finished his college training, or his degree or something stupid. I have never known anybody with a college degree that wastes their time by attacking someone online. They're far more intelligent than that. This guy isn't, because he's nuts. So I said, I will send you the money to get you out here, but I'd like my viewers to help 6 Week to get him out to California. And the land I wanted to buy has been bought up. I'm not going to give any details. I found an alternate piece of land that's not as good, but it's less desert. That's all I'm going to say. And unfortunately, I can't make payments. I'll have to save up the money for it. But once I have my 4x4 and have my license back, then I can go running around with Abram and 6 Week. When he gets his license back, he let it expire, which was dumb. And the three of us will go out, the Merry Roadsters, or whatever the hell you call it, and maybe Curtis will not tell me to go get hosed, and the four of us can go out and be in Vegas, Area 51, or just go have a good man buddy time. Well, we'll see what happens. But I should have my 4x4 by next year, late, and then start saving up to buy the land. Go to the land, examine it, and it will take another year to buy it, to come up with the money I need to buy it. Unless I find something that can take payments, down payment and payments. But there's a possibility of still getting a piece of that land I wanted if someone changes their mind and decides that they don't want to build on it. So we'll see what happens with that. But we're talking another 10 months, 11 months to buy that land. And then, of course, I'd have to then start saving up or crowdfunding or something to build on the land. But I think with Abram and 6 Weeks' help and other people's help, I could probably start building the first house on there. It wouldn't be container, rather than spend that money to build a damn house. And build a house that's very long, so that all the cats could be in the house, and then the second house for the other people, and the third house could be on that land as well, and there's more than enough room. So then you'd have 6 Weeks of a place to live for the rest of his life, and then he'd have to get a car and go find employment, or at least sustenance or something. And then I don't know what Abram would do. Abram would come out and help me periodically once he gets his welding thing going, and we all could live there and live far enough apart that I'm not hearing their music and their noise, but there's also nobody knocking at their doors, my doors. And by the way, I can get my state rights restored to own a gun. The big problem is that I'd have to get a presidential pardon. But since I was a nonviolent offender, there was a case going on at the same time. I was young and stupid. And it's very odd. You have to list your credit report. You have to get 3 people to vouch from you, notarize that you have, character references. And that won't be a problem. But it takes a long time. The one place I called about the state thing, it's impossible to presidential pardon. Well, I said, well, I don't know. Obama pardoned people. George W. Bush pardoned people. The least amount of pardons was done by George Herbert Walker Bush. And Trump pardoned Sheriff Arpaio, so in Arizona. So it's not impossible, it's just difficult. But if I can't own a firearm, then I can use some other weapon. And I will have 2 people there who presumably can own a firearm to protect the complex. And it may not be the container complex anymore. Of course, with the tiny houses being built for $10,000 and in Texas in one day, and they ship it, you put it on the pad, hook up the wiring, who knows? I may just go tiny house and then expand from there. I need a place to put the cats. That's the biggest problem, and a place for storage. But the land I have found is more amenable to growing crops, vegetables, maybe even fruit. And I've been watching all kinds of videos on containers and cucumbers, potatoes, bell peppers. And if you build a greenhouse, all that could be in there. And, you get the yield off these things is incredible. I watched one video where the guy did potatoes, and he had the equivalent of 2 or 3 bags of potatoes that you would get from the store for like $2.99 out of one harvesting. And the cucumbers, the same deal. You go to Safeway and a cucumber's $1 or $2, one cucumber. And he had about 40 or 50 of them. He had 2 different varieties, an Asian cucumber, which I wouldn't grow, and regular cucumbers. And people asked, what do you do with them? He says, we give them to our family, we make pickles out of them, we cut them up, and then we give them to people in need. So anything left over, I could do that, give them to people in need. And that's the kind of guy I am. I will pay for half of 6 weeks bus ticket. The other thing is people have asked me, they asked me in chat about the money to Puerto Rican, obsessed with Puerto Rican tornado, hurricane relief, sorry. And I haven't had the money to spare, but that will be done before the end of the year. And I will probably give money to Las Vegas and money to Houston and as well. But $35 is not a lot of money. I got $350 or $395 for the Alien Con ticket. So, but I've had a lot of expenses. The surgery cost me money to get back and forth to San Francisco and Kathy. And I had to activate one credit card and pay the bill on the other credit card because I couldn't see the screen on my Mac. And speaking of Apple-related products, there is a new, just released 9-point or 10-point inch iPad for $329, but that's the basic thing. And I looked at, if you grade it all the way up to Wi-Fi and cellular, it's like $550. So I'm going, why not just save the money and go all the way with the new GoPro? Of course, by the time I save $1,200, $1,300, they'll have a GoPro 3 or something. So, but with my credit getting better, eventually, as my limits will go up, I can just charge the damn thing and get a second iPad. And I still intend to have a Logitech camera in here and do live video of my apartment, but I really would like to do live video of my house. So when I build a house, I'm not getting any younger, and if I have the help of 2 people, we can build one hell of a complex, secure it from intrusion, have lots of vegetables growing and fruit, tomatoes and bell peppers, carrots, lettuce, and really never have to go to the store again. Everything I've watched, you get enough fertilizer, and I'm a little reluctant to use cow manure, but you don't have to ever buy vegetables at the store anymore. You're growing organic, and you're growing in a very small plot of land, like 24 feet long, and the guy is growing cucumbers on a very secure trellis. He had these things to pull them with wires and support them and support the trellis, and they're pulling cucumbers off of there like crazy. And potatoes, he had 8 buckets of potatoes, 20-gallon buckets. And bell peppers, I watched how you do that. He pulled off a lot of nice green bell peppers. So you don't have to go to the store if you've got land. You can grow your own food. And my late friend Maroni used to argue me, you can't grow enough to support wrong person. And I said, you're absolutely wrong. You don't watch the internet. I've seen these people, 2 people, husband and wife. They got a homestead. They're growing tons of stuff. You can support yourself. You don't need to go to Safeway or Lucky or Kroger or Walmart or Giant Eagle or any of those other stores. You can grow your own food. All right, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Curtis, I'm sorry. I apologize. You can tell me to go to hell if you want. That's your option. But I'm really getting infuriated at these constant attacks on not only me but my friends. And so they scam 6 Week, and by inference, by acquaintanceship, they scam me as well, because it reflects back on me. It's really an attack on me when they do this. Have a great day. Stay warm, dry, cool, or safe out there, wherever you are. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Bye-bye for now.